Okay. Okay, everyone. I just wanted to introduce myself and tell you that I'm Paula Snow Keough. I live in Newfoundland, just outside of St. John's, a little place called Portugal Cove, St. Philip's. And I'm a senior vice president with Partner Co. I've been part of Partner Co. since about the middle of December. I started my drops on January the 1st, and I am excited to say that I'm thrilled to be here with Risha tonight, co-hosting for the first time, and I'm really excited to say that it's a pleasure to do this, and what an opportunity to meet all of you tonight. And so I want to introduce Risha to all of you. She is 25 years in the industry, an owner of a marketing training company, former film producer, focused on training series for network marketers, now number 43 in the world with our company. She's number 24 in North America and has climbed 13 ranks in 7 months, has achieved number 3 in Canada. And in only 8 months, she's done that. She's now ranked president and works with teams in 12 countries. And I hope it's
What?
okay for me to say this, Risha, but you just got your $10,000 bonus.
Just got a $10,000
Congratulations.
bonus.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you very, very much. Well, it's pretty exciting, and that's why I'm all dressed up because after this call, hubby and I are going to go out and celebrate. It's not often you get $10,000 USD bonus, right? After just a short tenure in service. Let's get this party going. Everything is so excited. But what will excite me more is when I see all of you get your bonus and imagine the party that we can have, right? All right, can you Steve?
Just a minute. I muted you.
Help, help.
Hang on. Okay, I can hear you, Risha.
Okay, so
Can I get everybody to,
I just gotta
can I
say
get
that.
everybody to mute themselves as I muted everybody, including Risha? So we're
That's
gonna do a restart on that.
all right. Well, let's start off with a silly joke because that's what it made me think of when you muted me. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Dwayne.
Dwayne who?
Dwayne the bathtub, I'm drowning. It's too silly. Ricia Adair dialing in from Manzanillo, Mexico. I'm a Canadian. I moved to Mexico in October 2023. We have our dream home here. Absolutely loving it, loving it,
You
loving
moved
it.
to
Please come and see
Manzanillo,
us.
Mexico.
Please
Can
come
we
see
get
us.
you to mute yourself?
We've got some lines open there that are unmuted.
Well,
So please mute the lines, please, Paula. Thank you very much.
without muting you. That was my original challenge.
Okay, you go ahead and mute all, and then I'll unmute myself.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So here we are living up on the beautiful hill in the Santiago area overlooking the Bay of Santiago. Gorgeous place. We're living the dream. We have a boutique resort here. I'd love for you to come and see us, and I'll tell you when you do come about our silly name, Casa 700 Mangoes. But you know what? As we're living the dream, we got really fooled. This house was unoccupied for the last 5 months prior to occupation, and there was a lot of things wrong with it. The pool was covered in algae. The pool pump had broken down. Nobody was here to attend anything. The jungle from next door had overflowed our pool deck. The garage door openers had broken off, doorknobs were falling off, and our little nest egg just completely disappeared. And then the creme of the creme was when we went to the notary to get our title, and she said, I closed your file. Your lawyer didn't pay your closing costs. So my lawyer stole $23,000 of our closing cost. And if I wanted to get title to my property, I had to find another 23,000. And in 2 days, 48 hours, I ended up covered in shingles. It was just anxiety to the max. And a UTI infection that wouldn't go away, dog bites that got infected, and I was a mess. So I doused myself in chocolate cake, ice cream, and all those comfort foods, and I became very unhealthy and very frumpy, very big. I went to Dr. Tom and I said, Dr. Tom, this is a serious case. You got to figure out what's wrong with me. And he researched. He says, Ricia, there's no doubt about it. You have FFB. Dr. Tom, what could that be? He says, you're fat, frumpy, and broke. And then came that magic call from Chris and Joni on April 22nd, the call that changed my life. Maybe she saw one of my fat pictures on Facebook, but she said, Ricia, you really need these drops. And my voice in my head said, I know I need these drops. The other voice said, you can't afford it, forget about it. And the other voice said, find a way. So I basically stole from one budget to buy 2 boxes of drops. And Joni said, understand that we have a very simple system of growth. All we do is share this amazing product with testimonies on Facebook. So I followed Joni's coaching. It was quite easy, just copied and pasted a couple of posts on Facebook. And that first day, April 22nd, I made my post. 59 comments came in, which resulted in 20 new customers and 6 new brand partners. And now I realize I have a vehicle that can set me to not only to my health goals, but also to financial freedom. So I started to set the goals on the whiteboard. In my 12-year goals, all magically happened in the magic month of November. New fridge rolled in, got the paint crews to paint the house, new pergola on the downstairs level, new motorcycle for Mike. We got new air conditioning in every villa, every room of every villa. And then we were able to get our pool repaired after earthquake damage. And again, thank you to Partner Co. And I'm not saying this to impress you, but impress upon you. We would have easily lost the business side of our resort had we not had the Partner Co income. We would have had to close it down, somehow find the money to refund to our clients that had already pre-booked. And I don't know how, I don't even want to think about it. It would have been a mess. So many of you may be in that similar situation as well. So think about not only towards health targets here, but also towards some financial targets, because the last time I checked, life was getting more and more expensive every day. The end of December, along came the news that I had qualified for a rewards trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Our special guest, Debbie Justice, we partied together in Punta Cana. We're going to see some pictures of her as well. What an amazing trip. Oh my God. There was 178 of us, many of us in our first year with this company. We were treated 5-star treatment to a diamond resort. The company paid for everything, including adventure, welcome parties, bon voyage parties, all the food, all the dinner, all the drinks. It was absolutely outstanding. So if you want to be pampered, I recommend that you really listen closely, because this is the company for you. Let's talk about where I was way back then. Fat, frumpy. Wow. I look back and I go, how did I ever get that big? And yet, in 13 days of using this product, you could see the magic results happened. Wow. I lost so many inches. And then in 90 days, the terrific changes. My transition was so fantastic. And again, I don't remember being big like that lady on the left. That picture was taken at my going away party on Vancouver Island as we were moving to Mexico. Picture on the right was after 3 months on the drops. I have more energy. I sleep amazing. My hair is long. My skin is tight and soft and supple. All my aches have gone away. No more aches in my fingers and toes and my lower back. I feel like I'm 35 years old, and I'm so grateful to all the many products and the company. Especially these guys, Darren Zobrist, John Wadsworth, they came together 2 years ago to form Partner Co. They had bought a group of companies that had stellar products, but they were in financial trouble through bad decisions from previous management, and they put us all together, calling us simply Better Together, Partner Co. We are all partners with corporate. Nobody's a salesperson, nobody's an executive. We are all partners together, and that's how we work. Over the last many months, I learned so much about hormonal imbalance. I had no idea that these symptoms were all attributed to my body being out of check. Mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, tiredness, fatigue, weight gain. If you are 1 to 3 of these, put a 3 in the chat. If you are 4 to 7 of these, put a 7 in the chat. If you are 8 to 10, put a 10 in the chat. many people, and this could be before the drops. If you're a guest or brand partners on the call tonight, remember back when, how many of these you had. And for guests on the call, I would like you to put that in the chat for us. Well, not to be dismayed, because we have over 100 amazing products. Every product is created by doctors, backed by science, clean ingredients, no filler ingredients, no bad ingredients, all to support your ultimate wellness. We have an amazing scientific team. Dr. Ray Strand is known worldwide, especially for his many books. He's an amazing regular medicine doctor, but he's taken a lot of naturopathic approach because he's found out that diet and good supplements can work for most everything. Dr. Joshua Plant, our Chief Science Officer, he's the only one that I know of who graduated with honors out of Harvard in only 3 years with his doctorate. Dr. Pina, lower right, he's our best intestinal doctor. I think I'm going to say ranks right up there with the best in the world. He's from Mexico City. Brett West, leading research and developer on the Noni product. We have Dr. Crystal Vance on the Wellness Council, Kristen White on our Athletic Council, and altogether, this entire team oversees 1,040 annual quality tests, many published studies that you're welcome to check on. What excited me is here I am in my little office, hopefully, and thank goodness, that month in April, a year ago, I paid my Wi-Fi bill, so I could start doing business in 50 countries, as you can as well. Follow our system of growth. If you're interested in making extra income, somebody from Italy may just see your post, inquire about it, you send them a link, the European office fulfills the order, and magically you get paid next Friday. There is no international licenses required, no business tax licenses required. It is completely transparent in over 50 global markets. Let's quickly talk about some of my favorites. The Skincerity breathable skincare mask by Lucime was created in 2005 by a team of dermatologists specifically for problem injured skin. This product is a miracle. It is an absolute miracle. Marlene's legs, top left, she suffered greatly from eczema. After rolling about 3 weeks, she found that she was able to manage her situation. Adult acne, the stretch marks, this live photograph was taken after only 6 weeks. Signs of aging, what a difference it makes. Rosacea, anything with problem skins, surgery scars. I was recently in Winnipeg and my sister is going through chemo right now, and the chemo is making her feet and hands raw, red raw. We rolled her hands and feet one night before she went to bed. The next day, her feet were not raw red, they were pink. She couldn't believe it. And it was a God's miracle because she couldn't walk. Her feet were so raw, she couldn't walk. And I'm on holidays there with her. You know, we want to go out and do stuff, right? It was a godsend for us. Tahitian noni, oh my God, the most efficacious fruit in the world. Highest in iridoids, minerals, and vitamins. The best noni in the world comes from the Tahitian Islands in French Polynesia because of the volcanic ash growing conditions. What the noni is, again, it promotes overall health and wellness. It supports a healthy immunity system, boosts your energy and endurance, helps sustain joint health, and promotes your mobility. Imagine up and down the stairs, in and out of the car, into the airplane with ease, no pain, right? How nice would that be? Supports a healthy cardiovascular system, helps fight free radicals. This is your team of soldiers that is surrounding your body to protect you from war. The noni and collagen, again, the collagen, we all take it to have beautiful skin. Think about being young from the inside out. That's what this product will help you do. Add in the noni along with it, and it is one of the best products. I love it. I have it in the fridge. It's my morning program every day. The Nutrify line, again, you know, I can't say enough because I've participated in programs before, $200, $300 a month, hoping that I'm going to not get sick, not get that big bad cold or the flu or whatever. And I get it anyway. With this line, with the Nutrify line, you feel it. You feel the difference. With the probiotics, it is a slow releasing capsule with over 15 strains, billions of pro and prebiotics. It's the best in the world, even its patented bottle that will protect it from high temperatures. You'll feel a healthy gut. You actually do. Omega Q for your brain, for your heart. Rejuvenex for extra energy. Optimal M's for minerals, Optimal V for vitamins. It looks after everything, include your eyes, your lungs, your blood. Vinali is our best seller in France as well as China, is to tighten the skin, especially for those of us that take the drops and want to lose weight. But also Vinali, with its loaded in vitamin C, is acting as a strong battle towards, or rather as a strong weapon with towards your immunity system. And a lot of people are saying they no longer suffer from any kind of allergic reactions to simple things like hay fever and different things that they've had in the past. MOA is one of my favorite products. My second week, I made a paycheck. I was able to paycheck from the company, aside from my retail sales, I may add, but there was 36 superfoods liquid nutrition in this product. Recently said to me, for that owie that you have in your fingers and toes, Ricia, I want you to get on the MOA. I ordered the MOA. In the first 3 weeks, I noticed that I'm walking with not as much discomfort. In 6 weeks, I've noticed I'm walking completely freely with my silly flip-flops because I live on the beach, right? The MOA is absolutely amazing. All of these superfoods come from exotic locations and they're very efficacious in the value they'll provide for your body. This lady had a surgery that went bad. Her ankle was in bad shape. After only a short 2-3 days of using the MOA, she's back to pretty feet again. Sugar Stop, wow, another amazing product. We're going out to celebrate tonight to an Italian restaurant, so we will definitely bring our Sugar Stop with us. Sugar Stop is intended for the occasional time you would like to cheat to stop the blood sugars from spiking from sugar foods or from carbs, the sugars created by carbs. Now, let's get really serious here because visceral fat is known as killer fat. Weight gain around our middles is associated not only with that discomfort of your genes not fitting right, but increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. We have the best product for you. I want you to have this product and put it in your shopping cart. It increases your metabolism, burns calories 10 times more. Get leaner faster. So it's a great marry to the drops that we're going to be talking about. Reduce stubborn visceral fat, slim waist and hips, activates fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue, and helps prevent weight regain following your weight loss. Slenderies, the Pure Nourish, I love this line, is my breakfast every single day. I add cocoa in Canada and the US. I believe you call it the Power Boost, and it's loaded with minerals and vitamins as well. Gives me that beautiful chocolate flavor. There's 18 grams of vegetable protein in the Pure Nourish. It's pea protein, and there's so much nutrition in that one product. If you have clean water and all the food should disappear tomorrow, you will be able to stay nutrified. The Giving Greens is now 2.5 pounds for every little scoop of efficacious greens. I see the drop sneaking around the corner, but I'm going to hold you in suspense a little bit. Renew is our fountain of youth in a box. I offer to my customers every time this product, and they say yes every time. Why? Because it's the only one of its kind in the world. It has 2 international patents pending, helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. It is a product formulated to trigger human growth hormone, HGH, production. That's going to give you a deep REM sleep. Better sleep tonight means better decisions tomorrow. You can't put a price on a good night's sleep. Increases your libido, stamina, and pleasure. You can't put a price on a good night's sex either, right? Reduce fat and increases lean muscle, promotes youthful looking skin and hair, your cell regeneration. Now, according to the agencies out there, Stats Canada says 63.1% of our Canadian population is overweight or obese. In the United States, you guys are ahead of us by a little, by 73.6. And in Mexico, we're even higher than that. It's all by design. All you have to look at the packaged foods, the soft drinks, the energy drinks, all those things that they spend billions of dollars on advertising for us consumers to buy it. We need a tool to help us not crave those products. And this is the perfect day and night drops. It's very comparable to the product that's available in the United States, Slenderies Accelerate. Different formulas offering you the exact same results. I have been on the day and night drops for 14 months. I stay on them because I love them. I've had amazing results. I've lost a lot of weight, 34 pounds in 90 days. And I feel great. I feel fabulous energy. And with our program that we have, the System of Growth, I get my products for free. So why wouldn't I? I'm going to show you many testimonials tonight. that have achieved their results with the Slenderies and Accelerate drops. Again, different formulas, different ingredients, but same results. And they all do the same. You are going to drop twice the weight as diet alone, clinically proven, doctor recommended. These are natural and safe, effective, stimulant and hormone free, created by doctors, backed by science. We've sold over 18 million or over, just a minute, over 1 million bottles sold in 16 years. And there we have it. So what will it do for you? First of all, it's going to help curb hunger and control that appetite. You're going to get that signal that says, stop eating now. I celebrate and I'm so grateful, and you will too. It eliminates the sugar cravings. And if you were like me that loved your cakes and your desserts and your pies and ice creams, you can say goodbye and not be tempted. It's a fabulous, fabulous celebration to release that addiction. It helps balance hormones, including insulin, ghrelin, leptin, and cortisol. Increases your energy. It's going to stimulate your metabolism, help you stay motivated, and also helps with stress and stabilizing your mood. So I no wonder that when we all get together, Partner Co people, it's such a hug fest, because we're always so joyous and so happy. These drops help us. It supports your thyroid, medically proven, maintains healthy blood sugar levels, helps brain clarity, lifts brain fogs, memory improvements. I simply call them my magic drops. We're going to invite you to participate in the improved food list. You will not go hungry. There's all kinds of animal-based proteins, plant proteins, vegetables. As a matter of fact, when I was recently on Vancouver Island, the team there put together this fabulous buffet. Everything on this table was according to plan. We do not go hungry on this clean eating program. It's not a fad or a diet, it's a lifestyle. So we invite you to exercise 5 days a week. We knew that from before anyway. Drink your water and watch the results that start to happen. Katie, 30-day transition. It happens quickly. And that's what I love about it, is when we set our goal to become healthy, we want it to happen. James Laponce, yes, guys on the call, you have hormones too. The man on the right looks like his younger brother, 47 pounds in 4 months. Dr. Crystal lost an entire person, 162 pounds. That picture on the right was taken 6 years ago. She looks as vibrant today. Athletes have far better performance on our drops. Julie Park was very sick, and now that she's on the drops, she's young, sassy, and sexy. April from Oklahoma went through a complete physiology change. She looks like a completely different person. The Hublers, Josh is a scientist. He wanted to dissect all the science behind the product before he introduced it to his patients. Very satisfied. The two of them have 5 kids. Look at the difference in their pictures. Sheila, wow, there wasn't a dryer in the house when she shared with us her story. She had undergone chemo as well as radiation. It was very difficult on her body. The drops help her have her life back and say goodbye to 25 pounds. Chris Bailey explained about Lyme disease and how difficult it was for him to find proper treatment. The drops came along, helped him lose all that weight, and got well as well. Now, we don't say that we cure or profess to heal anything. It just seems that when you put your body back in balance, it goes into a state of self-correct and magic starts to happen. Selena's blood pressure numbers normalized, her A1C numbers for diabetes. She went off several medicines. Ashley no longer has the night sweats and the hot flashes. She lost 15 pounds. Reese, her husband, challenged her and he said, I'll take it just to show you. Well, he lost 65 pounds along the way. Anne and Chad, friends of mine, together they lost over 120 pounds. Chad went off about 12 different medications. Jerry not only lost 12 pounds, but also he said goodbye to his shakes and his acid reflux. My husband as well said goodbye to his shakes, acid reflux, and migraines. And look at Colleen. Her transition happened in less than 8 months. Wow. You got to feel good. You got to feel good. James has an amazing testimonial. We'll have him back on our call sometime very soon. Not only did he lose 65 pounds and 12 inches, he was very depressed. He's back to loving life again. He had a knee brace that he wore for 17 years. He couldn't walk without it. He has released his knee brace. And very important, James has early onset of Parkinson's. He doesn't shake anymore, thanks to our drops. Congratulations, James. I love your story. Kelly out of Qualicum. Lori LaRock out of Qualicum as well. Sherry out of Nanaimo. It's one story after another. Sharon looks like she's 20 years younger. Tammy Frankfurt, you wouldn't think the lady on the left would need to lose weight, but look at the difference. She's so happy about the drops and she's super healthy. Nancy out of Parksville, she was very sick and overweight. She lost quite a bit of weight, as well as her husband, Wayne. So many happy people. Valerie out of Victoria. And let's talk about other things that happen favorably in your body. Gwen was suffering with foot fungus for 20 plus years. The photo on the right shows beautiful, healthy feet again. Again, the body is back in balance. Penny Toner, my girlfriend from last July, when I called her, she was very, very sick. I had colon cancer, 5 operations that didn't seem to work for her. She was laying in bed, relying on her 88-year-old mother to even get things like the groceries. And after 2 months on the drops, there's Penny on the right. Again, so many favorable transitions. Rachel, bless her heart, she's having a hard time right now. She couldn't lose her baby fat. And look at the difference in transition for her. My friend Barbara out of Maryland, not only did she lose a whole bunch of weight, 21 pounds, I think she's over that now, but she's 68 years old. I mean, she looks beautiful. And Partner Co is buying her a brand new house just because she's doing so well with this company. Tiger Jaswinski, he was very, very sick with COVID and was restricted to the oxygen machine. Well, he was just on the call talking. He's back in the gym, no oxygen, and he's bench pressing 400 pounds. Jane Storch, wow, the lady on the left could not clasp her hands because they were so swollen with inflammation. She loved her couch. She didn't even want to walk her dog. The lady on the right came to see me in Victoria. We've been longtime friends. And she said, Ricia, I'm going to sneak out of the meeting because I go buy a kayak. Now Jane is playing on the lake in her new kayak. She's a younger woman. She's anti-age. She's gone backwards by about 35 years. Cheryl Cook's on the call with us now. She called me December 24th when she was wearing that black sweater and said, Ricia, I'm ready for the drops. Look at the transition. She's lost 50 pounds and she's a dynamic. She danced across the stage in Calgary celebrating her rank advancement, and she's in her mid-70s. I celebrate Cheryl. Let's get on with testimonies. We're first going to bring up our birthday girl, Debby Hallcom. I'm so excited to hear her story, and I want to say thank you very much for being on the call on your birthday. But let's take a moment to look at her picture, at the difference of the lady here. What a difference. Debby, let's bring you on board. Unmute yourself and come on board.
Here we are. Whoops.
Hey, birthday
Can
girl.
you see me?
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hands up for happy birthday for Debbie.
Oh, you're so
You
sweet.
look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm going out for a birthday dinner here soon, but we're doing great on time. So I started on the drop. Well, the story is on that picture you saw. That was me in 2022. I had all the hormone, everything had blown up. I'm a fitness instructor. I was working out, but nothing was working. My body blew up. And so the lady that's in the picture with me, Talia, she's actually my sponsor in the company. And so she started, being concerned, like, what are we going to do? I'm like, I'm not sure. And so little by little, she would tell me things to do. I would try it, and it was like stuck. So fast forward, we moved to Arizona. Um, and when I got here, it was just like something's wrong. Like, I've got to get help, but I just don't like to go to regular doctors. I like to go to homeopathic doctors. So I found this doctor here with Restore Health, and they started helping me and putting me on homeopathic grade supplements. But it was like I got stuck, like I could only go to a certain level. And in the US, what they try to do is they want to put you on the shots and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, I want to do this naturally. So they did give me a food program, and we did do it, I would say maybe 70%. But in February, I was really kind of praying through, like, what am I going to do for the new year? And Talia, my sponsor, who is my health coach, actually shared about the drops on um, Facebook. And so I was like, what are these drops? What are you doing? It was like just sprinklings. And so she goes, oh, they're this, they're that. And I was like, shucks, I just bought supplements from my doctor. And she goes, okay, well, just let me know when you're ready. And she didn't pressure me. She just said, let me know when you're ready. Well, the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I want to do something that's going to be fun. I'm a former school teacher. I didn't really have anything else to do. I retired last summer. I was like, oh, this would be a fun job, because I love health and wellness and I'm a fitness instructor. And I went to her house in the end of February. My husband was on board. We're like, let's do this. I joined the company before I even had the drops. And literally before I walked out of the door, I did my first Facebook post and I had 5 boxes sold literally before I could even get the drops in my hand. Well, then posting, I'm posting, I'm posting. By the time the drops actually end up at my house, which was in early March, I had 10 boxes sold. And so I started doing the drops and then I'm doing just like what everybody does, the system of growth. And I don't know if you shared that. I think I heard you say that, but where you post at 9 and 3 every day. And within 2.5 weeks, I sold 30 boxes. Yep, 30 boxes gone. And then my husband's like, I want to do this with you. We both started on the drops and we both started seeing major results. So I've lost 15 pounds since the 1st of March and I feel amazing. I did start on that one, the Advantage you talked about. Amazing. Advantage is really good for people that actually work out because it actually gets rid of the visceral fat. And now this dress is more blousy, but I'm usually more slimmer, but it's okay. It's a party dress. So yeah, he's lost 16, was it 16 pounds on? 16 pounds. And he is working out now, like getting up at 5:15 in the morning and going and working out at the gym because of all the energy we've gotten from the methylated B12 in bottle number 2. So I would definitely say if you're sitting on the fence, like these things work. You got a great support team here in Partner Co. They have been phenomenal. Like Rika was saying that we have a IPA call every morning that we get on, and that's where her and I met just online. So I don't know if anybody had any questions for me, but that's pretty much my testimony right now. And oh, by the way, my last one was my cholesterol went down 50 points since I've been on the drops. 50. I'm almost perfect score.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Debbie, we hold off questions till the end just in respect of time
Okay.
for everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
But I want to say thank you so much. And wow, what an amazing story. I just loved having you on board tonight. So,
Thank you.
folks, this is a lot more than just 20 or 30 pounds. The magic starts to happen when your body gets back into check. Happy birthday, girl. Go out and celebrate. Drink your sugar stop so you can have a piece of cake. There you go. You got it happening. Thank you, Debbie. Oh, you're muted.
Bye, everybody. Nice meeting you.
Thank you so much again.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Wow, what a great story. Look at the difference. Isn't that amazing what happens with people's physiology? All right, now we're going to go over to Jennifer. Now, Jennifer has lost quite a bit of weight as well. I'm really excited to hear her story. Jennifer, come forward and let us hear your story.
Hi, well, thank you for having me.
Hey, where are you,
I'm excited.
Jennifer?
I'm in Topeka, Kansas.
Okay, wonderful. So how did you learn about the drops?
So I was from Debbie Justice. I knew her previously from another company. But I had been struggling with my hormones for probably 10 plus years. I had been eating healthy, working out, and I just was stuck. I mean, I never lost weight. My measurements always stayed the same. And then I started having some pretty significant hair loss. And so I went to several doctors. They did lab work. Everything was normal. It's just stress. It's just part of the aging process was what I kept, hearing. And I was telling them, no, that's not normal. Like I can feel the hair running down my back when I'm showering. And so it was handfuls. And so I finally went to a natural doctor. This was probably 10 years ago. He put me on some supplements and, still, I worked out 3 days a week, lifting weights. I walked 5 to 7 days a week. My diet was probably 80, 90% healthy, most of the time for the last 10 years. And I still could could not shed anything. Like it was frustrating. And my trainer would say, it's just your diet. It's your diet. And I'm like, look, I've cut out everything that I can. Like, so anyways, I wasn't really looking for anything just because I had learned to live with how I was feeling. And so it was just like, this is just my norm. Like, this is just how it's going to be. So I had been praying for a different job and looking for I was in a corporate position. And so I was looking for something and I kept seeing Debbie's post and I was just, I didn't really pay attention to him because I was like, I'm not looking for this. And so I would just swipe past it. Like, I'm, not today. Like, I'm not looking at it. And so one day, one of her posts just caught my attention for whatever reason. And like, something just kept tugging at my heart. Like, you need to reach out to her, reach out to her, reach out to her. So I did. Long story short, I signed up. I came in as an ultimate from the beginning without even trying the drops, just because I trusted her and just from previous friendship. And so, but when I started taking the drops, I would say within 2 days, I noticed that I wasn't bloated after I ate lunch. Like I was sitting there one day at my computer and I was like, wow, like I don't have to unbutton my pants today. Like what's going on? Because I would get so bloated after I would eat lunch. And then I started noticing I didn't need my 3 o'clock coffee to keep me going through the day and just started noticing little things. And then finally was able to release 25 pounds. And so that's how much I've lost currently. I'm at 25 pounds.
What a
So
fantastic story. Wow.
it's been an amazing journey. Love it.
Your body just got stuck in chaos and the
It
drops came
did.
along and was able to get you balanced.
Yes, my hormones were a wreck. So,
Wow.
and it feels great to be balanced. So
The next time you see that Debbie girl, you give her a great big hug.
I'm gonna see her tomorrow. So I sure
That's
will.
right. Thank you, Jennifer, so much. I really appreciate you coming on board, and you're welcome on our
Absolutely.
call anytime. What a great
Yes. Thanks
share.
for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. We change people's lives. It just blows me away. Folks, I have hosted probably, I don't know, about 47, 48 calls since last September. And that's probably about 300 people that I've talked to. And every one of them, everyone is beyond the 20 pounds in the respect that there's so many other wins. The hair loss, the fibromyalgia. I hear everything on my calls. It just absolutely blows me away that people can get well in a natural way and doesn't have to cost you the mortgage either, right? I'm so excited about that. Thank you, Jennifer, for a great share. And Charlene, she's going to be coming on very soon to share with us, but I just wanted to show you this picture. Charlene is 78 years old. She started on the left. She had a bad fall. Her son said to her, I want you to move from the lakefront home into the city, into assisted living. And she said, no heckin' way. So she said, give me 2 weeks on my drops. Look at Charlene now. Oh my God. She was going to fitness class today, but hurried up and got her picture for me. And we saw her dance across the stage in Calgary. Again, she's 78. She has a new purpose, a new mission, and she's so much healthier. And Charlene, I'm so happy for you. So you're probably wondering as a guest, how do I get the drops? I'm convinced I want to start those drops. Well, you can become a customer, but who wants to pay retail when you can get the best value? What's going to happen in 3 days, 5 days, 7 days? People are going to say, wow, you look really good. What are you doing? So why not get product at brand partner pricing and refer to others? Because it's that simple. People will notice the difference. It's a one-time lifetime membership of $29.95. You get all the tools you need. You could also become a wholesale customer with that $29.95, but you will refer others. I know you will, because it's part of us being a human being and wearing our heart on our sleeves, right? You'll get all the tools that you need, including the training, amazing training, and a back office that will track all the money you make. In Canada, it's $37.95. Again, a one-time membership. I do want to say this, there's a lot of celebrations, 10,000 bonuses being earned and so on and so forth, but everything is based on your individual desire to do great. That is, it all boils down to that, because when you have the desire, you're going to have the desire to learn, the desire to attend the morning training calls, the business skills will get built up. So let's see what can happen. Let's turn your drops into profits. First of all, as a brand partner, you're going to get 30% off the retail pricing, which is a great thing because you want to get wholesale, right? So that's the first thing. On your own products, you'll get 30% off. I'm going to give you an idea. We saw already the customer pricing. Well, let's talk about a 4-pack in the United States. It's $371. If you should hold one for yourself and 3 for others, you're going to profit about $222 or more, depending on what you base your selling price at. In Canada, it's a $500 investment. You offer 3 to others, you're profiting $216 plus, and you get your product for free. And as we heard, people are posting and selling boxes very, very quickly because everyone out there wants what we have. Let's talk about that platform out there. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of these platforms can introduce you to an international market. We have a very, very simple system. This is a picture of an app we use on our phone. It's basically kind of like storage in the sky, Google storage. In social media week 1 are the 14 pictures you would post, copy and paste. When people ask questions, go over here to text drops for drops, find the answer to the right question, copy and paste, and that is all there is. So a simple system, and that's how so many thousands and thousands of us are enjoying weekly paychecks with our company. I posted Rick and Crystal. Together, they had lost 210 pounds. And by the way, they were foodies. They own a food truck, right? And they were really resistant to give up all that goopy cheese and all that. But they did, doctor's orders. And wow, they are celebrating massive success, including great weight loss and being healthy again. This post alone triggered so many sales for me just by sharing Rick and Crystal's story. So ideally, we heard Jennifer came in at the ultimate. So that meant that she purchased 30 boxes and she promoted 30 boxes very quickly. So I'm going to assume that her profit was around $2,700. That's not a bad 2-week income, right? In Canada, anywhere from around $2,106. But again, you could do that in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What if it took you 2 months? My goodness. But we want you to get to ultimate in your first 4 weeks because some magic happens to your paycheck. First thing though, let's talk about what needs to be done. You activate your position with 200 points so you're eligible to receive commissions. We are a product company. Every bottle, every box has a point value connected to it. So to review, a 4-pack in Canada is 208 points. A 4-pack in the US is 200 points. That would qualify you and activate your position. Should you refer others, you will receive a commission. That's simple. I'm going to recommend, depending on your budget, to include a box of Renew. This product is absolutely magic to go along with your drops. So a 4-pack plus Renew is $635 Canadian. A 4-pack plus Renew in the US is $476. They're great products working together. In Canada, we have a member pack. That's 200 points. You get your Giving Greens. We talked about that. The Renew, the drops, the Noni Collagen, the Sugar Stop, and the Advantage. We also have a business pack. Should you purchase this, you'll get more value for product. So I want to say this, when they put packs together, they throw in free products, so to speak. And also to the business pack, you're going to earn more in commissions when you refer others. We have the Elite package available for you. You'll earn even more commissions and you get more free product in your pack. And then we have the Ultimate pack. This is the Canadian one. So it would be 30 boxes in your order for $3,570. That gives you 1,500 points, and that triggers you to Ultimate. Many people say, get the monkey off your back right out of the gate. Keep 1, sell 29. Your profits are around $2,143. That's not a bad first month, right? So we're going to help you with that system of growth. It's a very simple system. In the United States, the more you buy, the bigger the profits. There's a 10-pack in the US for $879.95. Your unit cost is reduced to $88. But look at what happens when you buy a 20-pack or better, the 30-pack, your unit cost goes down to $77. Your $2,300 investment could return for you profits of $2,710, and you get your drops for free. I mean, it's magic. And people are doing it every day. Plug into our RPA call and you'll hear it happen every day. We are voted the best compensation plan in the industry. Business for Home magazine compiled that together to give us the news. We are paid in 9 different ways. But first, what you want to do is make sure that you safeguard your position so you are able to get paid. Experiment with different products and enjoy the purchase of 100 points of product every 4 weeks. And now what happens when you buy wholesale, you're able to make a minimum of 30 points or 30% when you in turn retail it to others. Not everyone is going to want to be your retail customer. Mary says, I want to be a brand partner too. So let's say you're activated at the 200 points. You bought a 4-pack. You would get paid 15% commission on Mary's 1,000 points. That's $150. If you bought the business pack, 500 points, you'd be at 20%. Or you can work your way up to any of these levels in your first 4 weeks. You want to get it done. Elite is 25%, $250. But look at Ultimate, $300 that you would get paid on Mary's purchase of 1,000 points. A mentor once said to me, if the company wants to pay you more money, Ricia, shame on you for leaving money on the table. Once you achieve Ultimate, you're at top pay status and you keep that for a lifetime. You never have to requalify. So again, there's your Ultimate choices in Canada and your Ultimate choice in the United States. It's just wonderful. Get the monkey off your back and you'll be at top pay the moment that you start talking to Mary. Statistics say that you're more likely to go manager if you hit Ultimate in your first 28 days. And these are different ranks offered by our company. As your rank go up, usually your paycheck does as well. You're 50 times more likely to go vice president if you hit manager in your first 90 days. But 100 times more likely to go senior officer if you hit vice president in your first 180 days. And the last time I checked, a qualified senior officer makes about $160,000 a year. Yes, we are paid very well. People who go faster go further. We also have base commission. You earn 15% commission in all your lines. So Mary's going to go out and Bill and talk to Bill, Henry, and Ernie and Frank. So you're going to earn 15% on all your lines combined, except the largest one. That's called your power leg. You'll get paid on all your pay legs through a special formula. We get paid every Friday. On any given Friday, when your base commission climbs to $250 or more, they're going to put an additional 15% aside for you into what they call a savings bonus. And that savings bonus climbs up to $10,000. And then what happens? You unlock that $10,000 bonus check. In our celebrations last year in Orlando, there were several people on stage. Jerry and Allison had just triggered theirs. The Ashleys, Reese and Ashley had just triggered theirs. Kim and Eric are $10,000 richer. Let's move on to the Canadians. Joni and Chris unlocked theirs in 8 months. Bob and Lynn just unlocked theirs in 10 months. Christy Walsh unlocked hers today. Yay, Christy. And yours truly unlocked hers today too. Please go to my Facebook page and watch my live video because I got pretty silly. So who would have ever thought that 14 months ago, when I was so fat, frumpy, and broke, that my life would have changed so much, including our company sending me to Punta Cana and offering me a $10,000 check in addition to every Friday paydays. It's amazing. I love them. I love them. I'm so healthy, so happy. How about a matching bonus? When Mary goes out and gets a base commission check of $1,000, let's say, because you sponsored her, you would get 15% on the matching bonus. That's why we want you to get to Ultimate, so you can get to that gold Ultimate status right out of the gate. You would receive $150 matching bonus on Mary's base commission check. She sponsors Henry, you get 10% on Henry's base commission, and so on and so forth. The matching bonus check can be equivalent to a car payment or more. It's pretty impressive what I've seen so far. We also get paid in lifestyle credits, cash in your credits. The lifestyle credits, by the way, are just for building your business, ordering your monthly auto ship, signing up new customers, signing up new brand partners. The lifestyle credits can be redeemed for these gorgeous rewards trips. Last April was Tahiti. Last July was Bahamas. These are beautiful hotels, beautiful trips. Punta Cana was just recent. There's our our guest speaker, Debbie in the bottom corner with me at the waterfalls. We had so much fun. And Bali, Debbie was just in Bali with a whole bunch of other people who qualified. And I'm going to mention again, many of these people who qualified were brand new in the company for the first year. And we got some pictures. Debbie's hanging out with the owners of the company. They did different adventure trips and they were wined and dined to incredible entertainment. This company wants to spoil you with 5-star deluxe diamond treatment. At stage in Orlando last year, over 800 people walked across that stage. That was over a third of the people in the room. you can walk across that stage coming up very soon in our upcoming conference in Dallas in September. We want to see you there. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce my dear friend Debbie Justice from St. Joseph, Missouri. She and Mark are absolutely lovely people. We partied in Punta Cana together. She's a president, very, very successful with our company. Debbie, please come on board. I'm so excited to see you again.
Hi there, Ricia. How are you?
Hey, you look great. You're getting younger, girl.
Good. That's what we want. So are you.
Oh
It's
my
all
God.
backwards.
I know. It's all these products are just amazing. So, Debbie, how did this start for you? How did you get into the drops? How did you get into this company?
In an unusual way, not the traditional. Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
I was not looking. I was to the, okay, I'm done, because I've been with previous companies that, like, you're with a company and then they start changing things, or they change the products, or they change the compensation, or whatever they sell. And it's the whole, because I've done this for like 25 years in different companies. I stayed with one for 17 years. I would never have left. I needed to leave because it was killing my body. It was a direct sales. But then I was looking for something else. That's when I found the MLMs and health and wellness. I did find in my first company, it was a learning experience. There's a reason I went through those companies, because I had to learn how to do network marketing compared to I had to learn how to do multi-level marketing compared to network marketing, because I was just selling retail in my original company that I did for 17 years. But health and wellness is a different kind of bird. It's not because I was in home decor, it was very easy to say, this looks great with this. This would look great in your house. Put these together. And that's an easy sale. But when it's like, okay, we can make you feel better. We can make you look better. We can make you feel like a different person, but you have to change some things. That's different. And people have to process that. So it's not like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. No, what do you mean I have to eat certain foods, or what, it's different when they have to do something.
Does this mean I have to give up my vodka?
Right. It's look, cheese. Do I have to give up cheese?
Yeah.
It's funny what they think. They don't think about the end result. They think about what they have to give up instead of thinking big picture. So we try to have to retrain their brains, so to speak. So I had to learn that. And I had to learn it for myself too, because I thought health and wellness, that does not sound as fun as decorating. People are sick, and they'll make me sad because they're telling me their illnesses. So it took me a while. But when I found out I needed it for myself, because we'd been in a really bad wreck, I'll do this quickly, a really bad wreck. I wasn't able to, and I'm very active anyway, but I couldn't go for walks without spasms. I just thought I was going to be broken always. I did not expect any change whatsoever. Well, nutrition plays a huge part in everything, as we all know. And once I started doing the program and doing natural supplements, everything switched. Just like the drops. When you get balanced, your body works the way God made it. And so everything starts working properly. So it's like, wow. So I got to go to the gym. I can go for walks. I act like a normal person now. I always did act normal. I was just a good faker. No one knew I was in pain all the time. But it's a big difference when you really feel good. And so I knew I needed supplements, but fast forward, companies change and products change and owners change and all the things. And so the last company is like, all right, they'd sold. I'm not building. I don't feel it. I need the product, so I'll stay, but I'm not going to build. I did not. But I met a friend in that last platform. And you know how you meet people and you just connect?
Yeah.
That was my friend Barb, who's overly excited always. And she was not feeling well the last few months. And we always talked. And it's like, I noticed myself, it's like, why am I gaining weight? I'm not doing anything different than I ever did. I'm eating the same. I do the same activities I always did, but weight's creeping up. But was I looking for anything? No, I was just going to keep taking my stuff. And I figured I need to exercise more. You know what we do? We always justify things and say, I can fix it by doing X, Y, Z. But she calls me out of the blue and says, Debbie, you have got to listen. It's like, what? And she goes, no, I'm so excited. I found this product. I'm losing weight and I didn't think I ever would. I feel incredible. She's only been on it for a week. We just listen. And it's like, what is it? I'm a big skeptic, you know? And so she said, she tells me the name of the company. And I said, okay. She goes, well, you just get on a call, because she didn't know anything. She'd only been in for a week. And of course, when your friend asks you to do stuff, you do. And
Sure.
but send me the compensation plan, and you send me something about the product, because I'm not going in without knowing something. And so compensation plans really get me excited, because I understand that. That's how my brain works. And so when I was looking at it before the call, it's like I told my husband, it's like, this is really weird. If this is true, this would be incredible, because there's so many safeguards that protect us as the brand partners, and the different ways that we get paid. It's like, this is really unheard of, but we'll see, you know, because I didn't know if the product was going to work, you know, because we always say that. Well, I don't know if it'll work for me, but we know it works for everybody. But that doesn't matter. I'm still going to say, I don't know if it works for me. So I get on the call on Sunday, and I did not know, but Susan Cameron was her upline, who'd only been in since
now
March.
number 2 in the world.
Number 2 in the world. And she'd only been in since March. This was the end of May.
Uh-huh.
And so as we go through the conversation, it's like, you know what? I don't want to have to worry about the time frame. You talked about that on the 30 pack. It's like, I don't have drops yet. I don't know if it's going to work. But if it doesn't, you know what? Mark and I will have drops for 15 months.
Yeah. There you go.
So it's like, I don't have to worry about the 4-week thing, but I'm not going to come in and not get top pay. I am not going to do the same work as somebody else and only get half the money. It's like, no, give me all the money. So it's like, we'll see if it works. The other thing that I was not normal about, I wasn't on Facebook. And that's how we promote. So I had a Facebook account, but I was never on there. So it's like, okay, well, we'll see if this works. And I posted on Sunday afternoon. By Sunday night, I'd sold 5 boxes. It's like, wow, well, that's really weird. And the first box was in Tennessee from somebody that I knew long ago that I hadn't talked to in years. And so all week, again, I did not have drops yet. All week, people are asking me, Debbie, how do you feel? How much weight have you lost? You know, how's your energy? And it's like, I don't know. I don't have drops yet, but I'm so excited to get started. Do you want to do it with me? And they said, yes. And I'm thinking, really? So, but 5 days in, I had sold 18 boxes without drops. So I knew right then that this was not normal. And so I did start losing about 1 pound a day. My energy's like through the roof, which I always, like I said, I had energy, but now it's like crazy energy. And so I have now lost 43 pounds, and I feel amazing. And in 8 weeks, I did lose 18 and made $19,000. My husband was very, very happy.
Congratulations. Wow.
Yeah, thank you. And it's just gone up from there. And then earning 2 trips in the first year, that's insane. And I'm not just talking like little piddly trips. These are like incredible trips. Going all the way around the world to Bali was always on my bucket list, but I thought, you know, I didn't ever want to get on the plane because I knew it was too far for me to fly, but you know, I did it. Yeah. And I'm so glad I did, because the experience was amazing. And being able to hang out with the leaders and who are normal people, that's another thing that's not normal in this company. The owners are real people that we actually get to meet and talk to, instead of somebody up on stage that you just see.
That's right.
Hear about. So
this my bodyguards.
It's completely different. And Ricia and I met, when was that?
We met in January at Salt Lake City with Barbara.
Yeah. And we had a small group there, and it was like, I love meeting all the other leaders, because everybody has a different story. My story is not like amazing, and like Barb didn't have a kitchen and now she's got getting a new house. Mine's not that extreme, but it doesn't matter. Everybody's story matters.
That's right. Yeah.
So I don't know if I hit anything that you wanted me to say, but
absolutely, you hit everything. And I was just hoping you'd be a little excited.
I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down or bring it up. I don't know which way you want me to go.
Debbie, it's always such a great pleasure to see you. And I know that I'm going to be hugging you in Dallas coming up very, very soon.
Yes, cannot wait.
Thank you so much for your story. And just real
Well,
quick on Bali, it's 2 or 3 sentences on Bali. I mean, Punta Cana was absolutely amazing, but just 2, 3 sentences on Bali.
Bali, it's like they treated us like royalty. Every meal was 5, 6 courses. They treat the people there are so kind and so servant hearted. They greeted you with, a bow. The culture was amazing. They took us to all of these different restaurants to really let us feel the Balinese culture. We went to temples. We learned a little crazy dance that they do there, which was hilarious. We got to go into the jungles and all the monkeys. And I don't know, there were so many things. And we learned our guy that was on our van, our guide, he would tell us personal stuff and about how families have their own temples because that's part of their life. They go to church and they have their own personal temples. And it's just amazing to see how grateful and how kind and how other people live and how blessed we are where we are.
What an amazing story. Wow. And again, too, it's a trip of a lifetime, right?
For sure.
God bless
100%.
you and God bless your success. So, so grateful to have you on the call tonight.
Thank you so much. Thanks for asking me.
Another amazing share by Debbie Justice and her husband in Punta Cana. So you've heard it from Debbie, you've heard it from Debbie Justice, you've heard it from Jennifer, you've heard it from myself. How will you know if the products work for you? Well, it's simple. More energy, better sleep, improved libido. Say I, right? Increase reduction in inflammation, improved mood, weight inches and loss. Your skinny jeans will fit better. Well, you'll be able to buy skinny jeans, let's face it. Better elimination, digestion, the brain fog. How about lifting that and boosting immunity and just feeling young and like, wow, that overall sense of well-being. So as you go out there tomorrow to the office, to the grocery store, to visit with your family, your brother-in-law, your sisters, your cousins, your co-workers, they all have all of these. Remember in the beginning, you wrote in the chat 1 to 3, 3 to 5, and so on. Everyone out there is the same as us. All of us have this, and we can reach out and help people. We can do that. So who are you teaming up with? Well, Partner Co, over 1 million bottles have been sold. We are in 50 countries and markets with over 172 million bottles of Tahitian noni sold. We have won award after award. We are the third fastest momentous company in the globe, to my understanding. So please join us. I mean, we've had some amazing conversations tonight, and I'd really love to see you on the team. Are you a 1? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to buy the highest price possible. I don't see any 1s. Okay, let's move on. How about a 2? How about who wants to become a brand partner, wholesale customer, maybe and buy the drops and save money? Do we have any 2s in the crowd with us tonight? What about the 3? The 3s are the ones that want to get on this health and wealth train and ride and watch where it takes you. Do we have any 3s in the crowd? Put it in the chat, please. And what about the 4? These are the ones that want to get on this health and wealth train and ride big all the way to the top. Do we have any 4s? Well, we've heard from Debbie. She's coming up. She just surpassed her 1-year anniversary. You've heard from me how our lives have changed on a health level, financial level. What will your story be 1 year from now? As I interview you, what will you be telling me? Will you be telling me how you're living the dream with us? You're enjoying all that time, freedom, that body you love in your polka dot bikini, that financial stability, community of friends. I mean, it's a hug fest, right? All those luxury experiences on the next trip. Enrolling is easy. It takes as little as 5 minutes. We can help you choose your package. It's a very simple system. It's not complicated. It's like, get your product, get on the product, and right out of the gate, start the system of growth. Like Debbie, she had made a whole bunch of money before she even put a drop in her mouth. And the same with me, right? Our next call is going to be, just a minute here, please. Monday. Thank you. Monday, July 14th at 7 p.m. Thursdays will be at 5 p.m. Pacific, and Mondays will be at 7 p.m. We'd like to cater to our friends out in the Eastern Seaboard. And again, I want to say so very much thank you to Debbie Justice for being our beautiful special guest. Thank you very much for Debbie. I think the birthday girl, she's gone already. And Jennifer, thank you for your testimonial. Thank you to our beautiful brand partners that have supported the call with us tonight. We really appreciate your support as always. And thank you to the guests, because this is really all about you. And a special thank you to our brand new co-host, Paula Snow, Senior Vice President out of Newfoundland, who stayed up extra late to host this call. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording.